Hey, what's going on? I'm Apprentice Damon, and in today's video, we're going to do a review on Castle Rock's, I think, mountain water? Yeah, mountain spring water. So, let's get this poured up. Oh my gosh, and this is one that has been referred to me, like someone asked for it in the comments. Alright, so, that's why we're testing it. It took me a little while to get it, but it is finally here. And I'm looking to see how well it does as a spring water. And we're going to be comparing that to this stuff right here, which is the electrolyzed reduced water. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first test that we're doing is on antioxidants, which is the most important test. This stuff hangs out everywhere. And what it does is, what they do, are they come into our body and they take the electrons from our healthy cells. When that happens, that creates two things: oxidation and inflammation, and those two things are linked to every single health disease known to man. Okay, so how do we get past it? Antioxidants. Okay, we can't really completely stop aging, but we can definitely slow it down. Antioxidants play a major role in that. They are full of those electrons, so when our body consumes these, those electrons actually help lower that inflammation, reduce that oxidation, and get us looking and feeling young and youthful. Okay, so how do we test this? How do we know if a water is oxidizing or if it's an antioxidant? We're going to use this meter right here, okay? If we get a positive number when we put this wand in, that means that the beverage is oxidizing, create more inflammation, oxidation, dis-ease, and aging in the body, alright? If we see a negative number, that means it's a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging water. So let's see what we get here with Castle Rock Spring. What are we seeing? Alright, we are seeing, oh boy, it's already hit 200. Okay, so this is oxidizing. As you see, this is 200, 220. This water is oxidizing us, alright? Let's take a look at the electrolyzed reduced water. Let's see what we get there. What are we seeing? Are we seeing a dash? We are. And we are seeing a negative 708, negative 710. Alright, so it's a very, very strong antioxidant, which means it's going to be fantastic for our health. Okay, so there you have it. That concludes the first test. Castle Rock spring water is oxidizing. Let's go ahead and jump into our next test. That second test that we're about to do is all about alkalinity. We all know that sickness and dis-ease cannot thrive in an alkaline environment. So we want to ensure that our blood maintains that 7.365, not because it's taking the minerals and electrolytes from our body, but because of the things we're providing it, because of the foods, because of the waters, because we're lowering that stress, okay? When we do that, we're gonna end up having a body that is well and doesn't have as many health concerns such as eczema, such as acid reflux, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's. All those things happen because there's too much acidity built up in the blood and in the body, okay? With that being said, we are going to take these pH drops. We're going to put them in both of the waters, and if we get a red or orange or yellow, that means it's acidic and it's forcing our body to take the minerals from us, right? It's forcing our body to give those minerals up. If we see a blue or purple or dark purple, that means it's alkaline. It's helping maintain that balance. So let's see what's going on here with Castle Rock spring water. Alright, so Castle Rock, I don't know what you guys see on your end. I see neutral, right? I don't see alkaline. I see neutral, which is not bad. I mean, for spring water, that's what should be happening, right? And just to take a look at this, I'll just take a look at the bottle just in case there's anything crazy going on. But Warrior First Premium in $18.99. Spring 1 liter Bottled in Dunsmuir, California. I may have to go there. I didn't even know it was that close, or I know it was in California. But they don't have anything here. There's no ingredients, right? So that tells me that it actually is naturally sourced, that they aren't adding anything inorganic to make it neutral, right? And if people are adding things, normally it shows up around 8 anyhow. They don't add stuff to make it neutral. They try to buffer it up. So I believe them, okay? With that being said, though, that is the pH. It's neutral, while the electrolytes reduced water is around a 9, maybe 9.5, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into our next test. All right, on to our third test. This one I call superior hydration, and we really want to make sure that we're getting hydrated. Like, the whole reason why we drink water that most of us think about, right, is, oh my gosh, I'm dehydrated, I need some water, right? But water plays a vital role in so many things. And one of those things is it actually brings in nutrients, gets rid of waste in the cells. So our water has to be a certain size. It cannot be too big. Okay, if it's too big, it's not able to get into the cells to help provide those minerals, help get rid of waste, all that good stuff. Okay, so we are going to make tea as a way of testing to see if the water is actually big or if it's small. Okay, and that sounds weird because you're like, well, Prentice, we boil water to make tea. Like, how are you making cold tea? Once again, when we boil that water, we're making it smaller. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take both these tea bags, we're going to put water over both of them, and then we're going to give them 10 dunks, and we're going to see how much tea shows up from the Castle Rock and the ERW water. The electrolytes reduced water. That was real smart. Nonetheless, alright, so there is the Castle Rock. There is the ERW. Alright. And we're giving both 10 dunks to see what happens. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after 10 dunks, Castle Rock's water it does have some smaller water molecules there, right? So there is little water there, but there's also bigger pieces of water, which is what bigger clusters of water, which is why it doesn't look like the electrolyzed reduced water. The electrolyzed reduced water literally electrolyzed and then it's reduced. So it's broken down to its smallest form already, which is why the water looks so much darker, because the water is so much smaller. More of the water is smaller, and because of that, it's actually able to make the tea much darker, much bolder, better, right? And the problem with the water that we have here at Castle Rock is it's just in big clumps. So we're not getting hydrated, it just sits in our stomach. Even if we took this water and we took some, put in both of the cups, and I know normally we would try with Castle Rock, and if we add in water, let's see what happens. It dilutes it, right? You're thinking, well, duh, Apprentice, that happens with every water. Any water, you add water to anything, it's going to dilute it, right? So let's see what happens here with the electrolyzed reduced water. So as you see, that's not always the case. It's just that we're using water that's too big, and because of that, it's not actually able to pull out the contents of the tea, for example. So I'm telling you right now, it's definitely the water, okay? So there you have it. That concludes the third test. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap of Castle Rock's spring water. Alright, we have tested Castle Rock spring water for 3 specific things. First test was on antioxidants, so we saw that it was oxidizing, got to about a positive 200, while the electrolyte reduced water was negative, and it was showing at negative 700, like completely on the other side, right? Making it a strong antioxidant rich water. Second test we did was on alkalinity, and when we put the pH drops in both of the waters, we saw that calcium rock was neutral, right? And we looked at the bottle and we noticed that they didn't add anything in. It's not distilled, it's not purified or reverse osmosis. That's actually natural spring water. And the same token, the electrolyte reduced water, also nothing added, showed up around a 9.5, right? The third test we did was on superior hydration, ensuring that we got hydrated at cellular level, and calcium rock showed up pretty light, maybe 10-15% of the water there is small enough to actually pull out the tea, while the electrolyte reduced water clearly makes a darker, bolder tea. And so that is my review on calcium rock. With it being oxidizing and not able to hydrate us that well, it's not a water I would personally drink. But if you feel that it is up to snuff for you, feel free, by all means, continue consuming. But if you are looking for a water that has a strong antioxidant, strong alkaline, and can actually hydrate you on a cellular level, check out my masterclass, okay? So that link is either in the description of the video or it's the first pinned comment below this video. You can learn about electrolyte reduced water and try to find a water that is better and right for your health, okay? So thanks for watching once again. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.